Cultural tension, our unit of study, discusses how prejudice on different ethnical, political, religious, and socioeconomic groups generates conflict within our society. My research question focuses on the factors that lead individuals to join this extremist movement. One of the participants and creators of this tension, ISIS forces their beliefs onto others, segregating and assaulting those who do not share the same ideology. Delving into the reasons why these recruits join this organization allows us to access the source and root of the issue that first produced it. The most prominent extremist religious movement at the moment is ISIS, an acronym for the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. This organization was created in 1999 to resist jihad. Jihad is the Islamic ideology of fighting against invisible enemies, battle Satan's temptations, and materialistic needs. They are guided by Salafism, translating to pious fathers, which endorses violence and severe acts of sacrifice to sustain Islamic dominance and the law of the Quran. Furthermore, crediting the apocalypse theory and believing it is to come in the near future, accompanied by the guided one, who shall redeem the Muslim population. ISIS has performed several gory and inhuman actions to convey their beliefs, such as beheading, live human burnings, and bombing. Individuals both from the local area and worldwide have been hooked into ISIS for several distinct factors, ranging from psychological, social, and economical. The financial aspect is one of the most prevalent vulnerabilities for recruitment, with poverty still being a drastic issue in our generation. Low education and little work skills has caused increasing underemployment, as well as financial instability for a large number of foreigners. Feeling as if their community offered them no chance of personal and social advancement, they build resentment towards others, specifically to the richer and more powerful, leading them to join ISIS for monetary reasons. Considering the way the poverty component applies to locals, it is generally more urgent and forced upon. Young Iraqi adults residing in ISIS-controlled parts are not presented many career opportunities, other than recruits to their government, and are often starving or in dire condition due to the controlled and limited trade in the area, thus seeing ISIS as more of a last resort to financially support themselves and their family. As previously mentioned, low education also plays a role in these situations, as this lack of knowledge is the source of their struggles, which consequently leads to their decision. Not to mention, those who live in ignorance are effortlessly manipulated. This can not only be applied to general knowledge, but lack of understanding of the Islamic religion. Many foreigners that have had issues in the past with substance abuse believe that joining ISIS will offer them rehab and cleanse their soul, which is in no circumstances the case. However, with mis or inadequate amount of information, they do not have the reason to believe otherwise. Many individuals yearn for status and recognition, dominating or having power over others' lives. They believe that joining ISIS will grant them this, and society will bestow them as heroes to their nation. Others perform to view themselves as reformers, overthrowing an unjust system with a desire for change and order, convinced that by participating in its extremist movements, they shall be the positive difference that will rid the world of the imbalance. In regards to recruitment for descended Muslims, only a minor portion of them had the same extreme Islam ideology as ISIS. Instead, the majority were manipulated via their religion. ISIS claiming that it was their duty as Muslims to participate in this cult. They may have also been facing pressure from recruiters or society that they were not Muslim enough, disbelievers. Another factor we must consider is human psychology and their desire for belonging and value. Individuals that have felt alienated or lacked identity and value within their society have felt isolated in their community. For them, joining ISIS will bring worth to their lives and allow them to contribute to something bigger than themselves. Furthermore, victimhood seems to be a common consistency. Certain low-income or ethnic minority groups believe they are repressed and oppressed by the West, that their society is segregating them. They focus on this feeling of victimhood and fall for ISIS's trap of a better way. In the Muslim culture, marriage is a significant aspect of a woman's lives. ISIS recruiters often play with this concept to lure them in through the prospect of engagement and a happy ever-after life. For married women, they often follow their partners to ISIS for fear of financial and emotional abandonment. ISIS has swayed individuals into the false pretense that joining their movement will offer them prosperity and protection. These acts of manipulation were achieved mainly through online platforms. ISIS has created multiple accounts where they urge individuals, Muslims in particular, to fight against Assad's wrath, showcasing his monstrous actions alongside ISIS's heroesque defense and battle opposing him, twisting the narrative and describing themselves as freedom fighters, glorifying their own actions. Furthermore, buying targets through social media that have the quality and vulnerabilities that they are seeking for. To resist this cause, remain informed on the actions you take and stay unswayed or unbiased through social media.